Hi everyone. Sorry, smoke already. I am Susan. I'm a Reiki healer and an intuitive. I am making these videos right now to talk about different things that can help us at this time in these turbulent energies. Help us to balance our energy, to clear our energy, to just be the strongest that we can. Burning sage, part of what I wanted to talk about. So if you see the smoke, don't worry, my house is not on fire. I do have notes. If I look to the side, I'm just checking on my notes because I want to make sure that I talk about everything that is important here. So what I want to talk about today is energy protection, spiritual hygiene, however you want to talk about it. Jennifer and I talk about it all the time, so I thought it might be helpful to explain why it's so important, why we have such an obsession with it. Our energy is important. Our energy is how we feel about ourselves, how we feel during our day, how much we can get done, how much we feel motivated to do, how strong we feel. And our energy is, some of us, really fragile. We pick things up every day. You can wake up in the morning and be in the best mood you've ever been in. But throughout the day, you're going to pick things up. Do you see something on the news in the morning that creates a feeling of fear? Do you miss the bus? Something happens with your car. You get stuck in traffic. That creates triggers in your energy. You might get into an argument with somebody at work. Somebody may give you more work than you know what to do with, work that you don't understand. There's all of these things, go to the supermarket and you meet with somebody who's in a lower energy, somebody who's in a space of grief or struggle, and you take that on yourself. So imagine by the end of the day, what started as clear, what started as happy, suddenly you're in a lower space. You are struggling a little bit. You are feeling heavier. For me, when I know my energy needs to be cleared, there's like a heaviness, or just kind of being lethargic, being tired, low energy. Sometimes I get really sleepy. I've been fine 5 minutes earlier and suddenly all I want to do is lie down and go to sleep. Headaches, quite often, if it's a headache, it's right behind my eyes or in the temples. Pain in my ears, quite often. You might find too, neck and shoulder pain. This is where your emotions build up. If you're picking these things up all day, they're drawing these energies to your neck and to your shoulders. Your lower back too is a place where they can be held. A lot of emotional stress gets held in the lower back. And so to keep your energy clear, to keep these things out of your energy is important. We have on our website a protection ritual that Jennifer and I use. We use it morning and evening, but we'll also use it any time that our energy feels compromised or low. I use it before doing any energy work, before pulling oracle cards, just to make sure I'm coming from my energy and nothing else. I'm not going to go over the protection ritual now. Jennifer already did a video going through it step by step and explaining it. That's on the website, so I'll just put the link to that page so you can get that information. The one thing I will say about that, somebody asked a question about this the other day. On the ritual, which is free to download if you're interested, the energy protection ritual that we have on the site. It's in English and Swedish. She talks about visualization as you're moving through these steps. I'm not good at visualizing things. I know not everybody is, so if you don't find it easy to visualize, don't get too tied up in that, because frustration will not help you to clear your energy. The intention is important. When I say this, each time I read through it and I mean what I say it with conviction. Very rarely do I visualize the things that are happening, so don't worry too much if you don't visualize it either. Do this in the way that feels right for you. You may have other protection rituals that you're using. As long as you're aware and keeping your energy clear, that's an important step to being able to move forward on your spiritual path and to be living the best life that you can, because you'll be in a higher place, more comfortable in your energy and feeling stronger. I'm just going over my notes because I want to make sure I talk about all of these things. So we have the energy protection ritual, which is great for clearing your energy, clearing the energy of your family, your home. But there's other things that I do as well that I want to add on to that may not have been in Jennifer's original video. So I have a lot of these selenite plates in my house. This one has sacred geometry on it, but they don't all. But I have these all over the place. I put my phone on them. I keep them near televisions, near, any electronic device. Selenite is an amazing crystal for clearing energies, for keeping things clear. So when I go to sleep at night, I'll just sit my phone on here. It's just another tool to keep energies clear. I mean, again, I have an obsession with selenite. I have it all over my house, but I use it for clearing devices. Clearing spaces. So when we're doing the ritual, it calls in clearing your home, and you can call in other locations. But sometimes I like to clear the actual location. On a morning, I'll clear my house, my children's school, my husband's office, or cars. And the way that I have always done that is to visualize a sphere of light. I can't visualize in the ritual, but I can visualize when I do this. A ball of light. It's a ball of light, and I throw it forwards, and it explodes to me. I mean, it may look different to you. But what I do as I throw it is I set the intention that I want to clear the energy of my home, my children's school, whatever it is I want to clear. I ask them to clear all low vibrational energies, to close any portals, and to fill the space and all souls within with divine white light. I ask them to create a safe and protected space for each of us to spend our day. And to me, that that is separate from the protection ritual. So if you feel like you want to do that, I wanted to share it. It can be helpful if you're going into a new space. My daughter does dance competitions. When I go to a competition, I throw a sphere of light into the space before I go in. Try and make sure it's clear. Anywhere that you're going to, especially if you're empathic, if you're sensitive to energies, it can really help you to just have extra tools to be able to keep the spaces that you're going into and the energies around you clear. Where else am I at? Okay. So there can be times when your energy might start to feel uncomfortable and you don't remember the ritual, or you don't have it at hand. You just all of a sudden you feel uncomfortable. Because that's all sometimes it can be. It's just an energy that feels uncomfortable to you, something that feels heavy to you. You might feel this, depending on where you are. Imagine you're in a hospital, a doctor's office, something where people are in a space of fear or lower emotions. That stuff might impact you. You might just walk into a space and just feel uncomfortable with it. When I'm in a space like that, again, I use divine white light. I just call it down to surround my energy. You can ask Archangel Michael to clear your energies, to clear the space around you, to clear anything that does not serve your highest good. And then I put myself in a sphere of divine white light. Just putting yourself in that space, clearing your energies and putting yourself in a protected space, giving yourself clean energy to be in, can help you to navigate places that otherwise would have been a struggle, places that are crowded, places where there's people in lower vibrations. Just ways that you can keep things clear. You can keep yourself in a higher space and less influenced by the things around you. So some of the ways that I like to clear energy the most, there's quite a few different ways. So crystals obviously is one of my favorites. I use a lot of black tourmaline around the house. I keep it by my desk. There is a list of crystals also on our energy protection page that Jennifer had put there from her video that kind of talks about which ones can be most helpful. If you find something else is helpful, trust yourself. Like I said, I have an obsession with selenite. Got a lot of selenite. So I have towers like this in the bedrooms by my desk. Again, it's really good for energy clearing. So I love to have selenite around the house. I also, for selenite, have it in candles. You know, a candle holder, if you can see. I always, when I'm working, have a candle lit on the desk. To have light burning nearby. And when I light the candle, I'll set the intention for the light. You know, thank you for calling in love, light, and protection, love, light, and healing. Whatever it is that feels right to me on that day, but I always have the candle burning on my desk. Another crystal that I love to have around, I didn't have any of the smaller ones, they're all on grids, but pink amethyst. Pink amethyst is just an awesome crystal for protection in so many ways. It's one that feels right to me. Again, there may be a different one that you resonate with, but pink amethyst, I love to use. Sage, again, I went out. Sage is really good for clearing spaces. I know it comes in these bundles, but I get frustrated trying to light that. I broke mine apart and I just use it in one leaf, just moving it through the space. I find it burns easier this way. But again, it's personal preferences. Sometimes I break up the leaves too and just put them in a bowl and let them burn that way. But this is really good for clearing your space. For those, if you haven't used it before, I set the intention it's going to clear the space, clear all lower energies, all dark energies from my house. And if you make sure you have a window open when you're doing this, partly because it will set off your smoke alarms, but also because you need a way for the energies to clear. If you're trying to clear the energies and all your windows and doors are closed, you're just kind of swirling it around in the house. So sage is a good way to do it. I have this, which is a tensor ring. The sage is going to get me now. Wow. All right. So a tensor ring, these are designed to be high vibration, but they use sacred geometry and the way that they're formed to put out energies, to clear energies. See, this one sits on a different little ring, and I put it on top of a selenite plate to amplify the energies. But tensor rings are really good at clearing and protecting, especially around electronics. So again, I keep it on my desk. I can put some information about this in the description in case anybody's interested in learning more about tensor rings. It's funny, the sage doesn't look like it's burning much, but I see it really strong against the screen. I use 2 Amanda Ellis sprays, the ones that Jennifer talks about. I can put the link to that. Also, the 2 that I really like, she has one that is here, spiritual protection. So I use that one. But my favorite, again, is this one, white sage. See, I have the extra big bottle of that one because I use it a lot. But the white sage, I love just to clear my energy. If I'm feeling just a little bit heavy, just spray it through my energy and let it clear the space around me. So these are really good too if you have those. The other thing that I will say that I like to use is the singing bowl. Singing bowls clear energy, and you don't have to be able to do anything fancy with it. It's just, I'll do it 3 times in the space, and you're changing the vibration. You're changing the energy of the space. So a singing bowl is another one of my favorite ways of clearing energy. The other things you can do, I talked about this one before, is a rattle. I have a rattle that I use that's made of shells, but you can just put, even the light is in my way now. I'm just gonna enjoy the light. You can put some rice in a plastic container and just shake that, but you're shaking up the space around your energy. You're breaking things up, you're clearing them from you. So you are just, any way that you can change your energy, that you can move things through your energy will help you to keep it clear. On my list, I also have joy, music. If you're feeling really low, put on a song that makes you happy. Push yourself to do some exercise, to do some dance, to go outside, to do something that, again, changes your energy. that helps you to clear things. Being outside in sunlight is amazing for clearing your energy. So I think that's everything that I had on my list for today. If people have questions about energy protection, please feel free to ask them, put them in the comments, and I will answer what I can. If it needs to be another video, then I will. But I wanted to go over just a few things now because energy protection is just, it's seeming to be more and more important. It always has been important, but in the ways that the world is, the turbulent things, the healings that we're all going through, it seems more important than ever. It seems so important to just be keeping ourselves as clear and as strong as possible, to have tools that we can use to help us to more easily find our light, to be able to feel more empowered, to be able to move out of spaces where we're feeling stuck. If the things that I'm talking about are not enough for whatever you're experiencing, if you feel that there's more going on in your energy, we do have services that can work on some of these things. There is a space clearing service that we have. There is a black magic clearing and protection. There are some other services too that relate to this. I'll put the link to our website below. And for spiritual protection, we have a protective amulet service, which I have a few of these. I have a bracelet and a necklace that Jennifer programmed for me with energetic protections. Those are great. They also come with messages from guides who are putting their energies in there. And then there's another service, Protections and Blessings, which is very similar to the protective amulets, but this is done in the way of an energetic tattoo, that it's, put into your energy. It will stay in your energy beyond this lifetime. That brings forward protections against all of the things that are possible at this time. And then there are blessings put in there as well. Things from the guides that will help you in this time. Also really powerful, really helpful to block some of the things that can come at us. I'm going to leave it here since apparently the sun is going to block me out now. I love that it showed up so strongly like that. Thank you to everybody that's listening. I hope this is helpful. Again, if you have questions, if anything isn't clear, please let me know in the comments and I will respond and get you answers. Okay, bye.